at the Samsung booth at CES, and once again Samsung has probably the biggest booth at CES. They usually do that every year. It's big enough, I joke, to have its own postcode, this booth. We're going to see a lot inside, including 8K TVs, frame TVs, the regular 4K TVs, and all the technology behind them as well. But Samsung have a bigger story to tell this year in terms of the connected home. They've even got technology that they're even putting in cars. So a lot to see. We're going to take you inside and show you all of them. One of the highlights of the Samsung stand this year is their range of 8K TVs. There's going to be a 98-inch version, this monster you see behind me, but there will also be a 65, 75, 82 and 85-inch models as well. 8K TVs are in response to Australians' appetite for larger screens, and to keep up with the size of their screens, you need more pixels, and 8K solves that problem. There's more than 33 million pixels on the screen, so that your viewing experience remains sharp and clear. You can stand a metre away from the TV and not see any imperfections or pixels at all. So 8K is coming to Australia, and we're looking forward to seeing that amazing detail. When we're talking about 8K televisions, we're not just talking about the resolution. There are also several smarts on board as well. There's artificial intelligence that can control the sound and the upscaling. On the upscaling side, there's machine learning that looks at every single scene, can actually learn the more it uses the upscaling technology to improve that upscaling. So you can go from standard definition all the way up to near 8K quality, because let's face it, not a lot of 8 quality content, none in fact. So having upscaling is really important. On the sound side, AI sound also comes into play. It's smart enough to detect what you're watching. So whether you're watching sport, you may be watching a movie or playing a game, it can determine the best sound mode for the TV as well. Whether you're watching the sound, having the sound coming directly from the TV, or if you've got a sound bar as well. So all of that combines to have a pretty intelligent experience. Another feature of 8K is the improved viewing angle. One thing about watching TV in any home, not everyone gets the great seat in front of the television. Often we're sitting off to the side, or maybe even watching from another room. But one of the improvements with 8K is that viewing angle. So even if you're sitting right there on the side, the picture still looks really clear. In terms of 8K content, there isn't any at the moment, which is why the upscaling is so important. But there will be 8K content down the track, and that's most likely to come from a streaming service. Samsung has already partnered with Amazon to work on a method to stream 8K content. So in the very near future, if you're an Amazon Prime customer, you'll be able to watch native 8K content streamed to your 8K TV. Samsung's 2019 range of smart TVs this year will include another exclusive feature. That's the iTunes Movies and TV app. So you'll be able to watch your iTunes library directly on your Samsung TV and have access to the iTunes library, which has one of the biggest collections of 4K HDR movies available. Samsung is continuing with the Frame TV. This is the TV that when you're watching TV, it looks like a TV, but when you finish watching TV, it actually turns into a piece of art. You can choose to have it display works of art or your favourite photos, whatever you like, but when it's in that art mode on the wall, it's hard to even tell that it's a television. So they're continuing to bring these out. I think they're going to have a 48-inch, 55 and 65-inch version of the Frame TV. And again, if you want to have a TV all the time, or you want to have maybe a work of art, this is a nice junction of the two. Samsung has unveiled another type of display at CES. It's called the Wall, and it's made up of micro LED panels. And the advantage of this is that if you want to create and customize your own size screen, even a different shape of screen, so you can determine the ratio you like, the resolution you like, and just give you that freedom. So rather than being locked into one size, the Wall, which is the micro LED TV, you can see it behind me, you can configure it as large as you like. So that's just another option. It's mainly a commercial use at the moment, but Samsung says there is a consumer version coming. So if you do want to customize your own television, you want to create your own size, your own aspect ratio, or even your own shape, you have the freedom to do that with the micro LED. A big part of Samsung's offering here at CES is their vision of their connected world, and all of that starts with SmartThings, which is their connected platform for your smart home. We can see all around us here a number of appliances that have SmartThings and that connectivity on board, including Family Hub, their very popular smart fridge. Now, the Family Hub is smart enough to identify the food on board, to suggest recipes, and it can even, if you do choose one of those recipes that it suggests, it's even smart enough to talk to the oven. So in the example where the oven maybe need to be preheated, it can send that message to the oven as well and take that off your hands. But plenty of products and appliances in the Samsung range and on the SmartThings platform that will come together to create this truly connected home. This right here is the Samsung Galaxy Home. This is a smart speaker. It's been tuned by Harman Kardon, so it's going to sound fantastic. There are 6 speakers on board. It's got a down-firing subwoofer, but it's also a SmartThings hub, so it can form part of your connected home. One feature that I quite like is a new feature called Sound Steer. So no matter where you are in the room, you could say, "Hey Bixby," and it will then find out where you are in the room and then direct that sound in your direction. So expect this in Australia in the coming months. A big part of Samsung's offering here at CES is all about connected driving, and that's provided by automotive tech company Harman, which is owned by Samsung, and it's all about bringing the connectivity of your home into your car. So for example, you'll be able to check from within the car if you've got enough fuel for a journey. You can even turn on your air conditioning from within the home in your vehicle as well, things like that. So when you get in the car, there are cameras that can identify the drivers and the passengers and even recognise what seat they're sitting in. So that way they can customise the experience. Their seats adjusted, their entertainment options are adjusted as well. The whole other thing about the vehicle is that those same cameras can focus on the driver to see if they're paying attention to the road, if they're distracted, if they're getting drowsy. So there's a safety aspect of the vehicle is also very important. The great thing about this connected vehicle is that everything inside is customizable. The knobs are customizable, the screens are customizable, so you can change it to suit how you like to drive, to suit your needs. So all the knobs in here, screens, you can make it how you want. What we're also seeing on the CES stand is robotics. They've come up with some prototypes to help in various aspects of our lives. One of the robots is called Bot Care. This is a healthcare robot that can remind you to take your medication, can take your blood pressure and heart rate on the spot. So I think it's designed maybe to be used with elderly patients. But there is another bot, it's a bot retail. So there is a new bot for stores and cafes and restaurants. So you can imagine in the near future where a robot will come and take your order and then go away and then bring it back to your table. The same can be used in a retail situation where you may be buying clothes or shoes and the actual person in the store is not a person, it's a robot that you're talking to, and off they go, grab the items that you want, just like you normally would with a human being.